Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. Ruka, why are you looking at me? And then he winked. Okay, we're doing Ascension mode. Yeah. Level 1. I guess it's level 1 for each character. Let's keep it up. Why not, you know? Keep them at the same level. Feed them crap and keep them in the dark. That's what I always say. Well, let's go down these. Strictly good. Really, we're going to use that for, like, I mean, maybe a defend. It's not that good. Go to 96 HP, but temporarily be at 40. I kind of don't love any of these, but I think that that's a more interesting choice. Maybe we could remove a card here. Who are we fighting? Do we know? The Guardian. So we don't need to have a super thick deck because we're not going up against Hexaghost or anything like that. Let's keep our options open. We don't need to hit 2 shops in the early game. We can afford to only hit 1, or we could take this path and maybe hit a few question marks. Anyway, let's start here. It's a little dangerous, admittedly, to be this low on HP just to gain more HP. In my defense, the rest of the options were garbage. I will never choose to lose this relic until we're in, like, full meme mode. That's my perspective on this subject. Oh, I get my taskbar. I got my taskbar. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I'm never going to choose to lose guaranteed HP until we're in such a situation where, like, we actually don't care if we win and we just want to have meme runs, if we can eventually get there. Will we eventually get there? I do not know, but I hit you with a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So far, so good. So I think that this was really the right call. The more, The more, neutral option is to go for just the, upgraded bash. Or even an upgraded strike or defend, which again is objectively good. But it's possible that this HP upgrade permanently is subjectively better, if that makes sense. I think it does. I think it makes sense. So I am, you know, you might think, why are you using a block potion against a basic enemy? Well, I'm using a block potion against a basic enemy. Hit me for 2. Go ahead. Because I don't want to take damage, and our HP is very low, and we might want to fight an elite on this floor if possible. 4 damage. This will deal 6, and it'll make our strikes deal 6 as well, so you're done. Slowly getting back up there. We should keep in mind. Do like a pommel strike, but clothesline's not bad either. Let's go pommel. We don't need to have 96 HP to feel comfortable on this run, or we shouldn't need 96 HP to feel comfortable on this run. It's so close to killing you. It makes me very upset. You're dead anyway, but still. My upsetness has not changed. Please don't make me frail. He always makes me frail. But he's making me frail again, which actually gives me enough of a window that I can probably kill him. The other thing is losing current HP to make permanent HP, or maximum HP permanently higher, really starts to benefit you once you get healed up to max after finishing a floor. So I'm feeling good about that. I will always like disarm, I think. So our first shop's coming up. We might be able to buy a cheap relic. I think I want to rest, and maybe, as silly as it might sound, but we definitely can't afford to lose gold. We might upgrade armaments when we rest, but I'm thinking about it. I really want to play the bash, though. I think I'm going to bash and disarm. A disarm is kind of like playing a block, because it's going to block 2 damage this time, 2 damage next time. It's like a block that works for 4. I'm probably going to get you on the next turn. If I don't get you on the next turn, I'm probably going to get you the turn after that. But I'd give you like a 15% chance to get away. Oh no, it actually, I didn't know he was doing another attack. So we're going to get him. And I think the longer the fight goes on, when it hit turn 3, it was the right call to maybe play that that exhaust instead of a defend, but not by a lot. I think Headbutt is nice. Let's see what we get here. We can get a relic. Dude, I love the idea of making all enemies vulnerable. I think that's absolutely highly worth it. I had to think about it, and I genuinely did think about it. 84 HP is beautiful. Now we'll hopefully be able to upgrade a card, and we'll upgrade armaments in all likelihood. Do we have another shop? Not for a while. I think we'll just take 100 gold then to be on the safe side. And this is what I was thinking, is that we might encounter combat en route anyway, so we'd really like to make sure that we get, like, as far ahead of the situation as we can. So this is 9 damage. You're gonna hit me for 10? I think we do it this way. You're probably dead, but you're gonna live. And that's not good, because you get stronger as time goes on. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what. Give me a headbutt. Bring back armaments. Give me a pommel. You're dead. Give me an armaments and upgrade our strikes. We really want this guy to go quickly. I think I've made a mistake and I'm going to end up taking more damage than I'd like here. But you live and learn. Disarm has to be played. Bash has to be played. Go ahead and hit me for 7. You're not going to die next turn. You might die in 2 turns. I think I have to hit you. I'll take 10. We're going to be at 66 when we kill you, which is not bad. That's good enough to fight an elite. Absolutely. Actually, we're going to be at 72. That's even better. I forgot that we heal, which is silly. Enemies start vulnerable, so every dropkick we add to this deck makes it a little bit better, I think. And we just got extra strength. And I ain't talking about Robotussin. So it's a great start in that form. It's just extra damage on that, yeah. So we definitely want to go armaments. I think I previously thought armaments is an S tier card. I think I'm slightly incorrect. I think it's actually an A tier card. All of their debuffs are going to be purged immediately. That's wonderful. I'm going to bash you. We have to do it this way. I'm going to bash you. I'm going to drop kick you. I really want you to die next turn. So I think I'm not going to play in armaments. I'm going to take you down to 11 HP. It feels wrong to do it, but I think I would rather do that than just put up 5 block and still take some damage. You headbutt an armaments back. And then you pommel on the weakest enemy. And then you can armaments, and okay, now we're starting to... I wouldn't say we're getting ahead of the curve. But we're starting to get ourselves into a much more tenable situation. We feel like we're maybe in control of this fight right now. And, I mean, this is an easy one. You either... What do we have left in here? What we have left is a reasonable chance to kill you next turn. So I'd rather just block as much as possible. When we have 1 enemy left, it's no problem. Being able to purge all of their debuffs so quickly is so good, dude. So you're going to live, which is supremely a bummer. But I'll force you to lose strength because you're going to be in the fight a little bit longer. You're going to add some dazes to our deck, but this is not a clash-focused deck. It looks a little wonky, but our last deck looked a little wonky on the first floor, too. And we ended up applying 800,000 poison to the enemy. Putting ourselves into a wonderful situation, you know what I mean? Winning the game. It's a slow friggin' burn, I'll give you that much. What a weird situation. I mean, I guess I'll just pommel you, and then I'll bash you. And then I'm gonna choose to take damage? Oh, we didn't have any choice. Still, to get an extra relic, I mean, it's not for free because we're going to have to rest at our campfire, but to get an extra relic, this is not too bad, I think. Right, that was actually a worthless play now that I think about it. But this guy's probably dead next turn, or with the amount of dazes in our deck, he might be dead in 2 turns, but he's dead this turn. Not too bad. We got oddly smooth stones. We have basically 1 strength and 1 dex higher than normal. I don't know if, at this point, I think we can afford to pass on those cards. They don't intrigue me that much. They don't excite me that much. I feel like we're better off leaving them. So we probably fought the hardest enemy. The hardest elite. I think we should go for the other elite. You're very lucky. Out of all of these, I do like Spot Weakness as a card. I think. Let's do it. I think we should also remove maybe a basic... I'm going to remove a defend. I think defends are a lot better if you have damage over time, which we don't. This guy, I don't mind fighting this guy. We want to debuff him as soon as possible, but... What do we want to... Would we like to put a strike back in our deck? I don't think we would dislike it. He's already nearly half dead. But he is going to get in 1 nasty turn on us, but that's what resting is for anyway, so... I think we made the right decision to be aggressive here. I might not be able to kill you next turn, which would start to get to the point where I'd be like, okay, we might have some trouble against the boss, but we'll see. Strike. Bash will hit you for 9, and then a strike's only going to do 10. If you remove 2 strength, you're going to get 2 strength. So it's not really a smart play. The real play, if you got a Galaxy Brain, is this. You're in lethal range next turn. You're still going to hit us, but you're only going to hit us for 2. And we haven't been weakened. So yeah, you're definitely dead on this turn, assuming that we draw anything of value. I can't believe we still had to use Bash, but that's fine. That went well enough. If your HP is full, gain energy at the start of each turn. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Seeing red, pardon me, is lovely, but dropkick, I mean, the thinner our deck gets and the more we can guarantee that enemies start with vulnerability, absolutely. Sadly, we're going to be just shy of being able to make Runic Dodecahedron work. This guy's not too bad, most of the time. He starts vulnerable. As much as I'd love to disarm him, I'd rather just ensure that he never... ever get strong enough to stop us. So I'm even going to keep both strength potions. I think we can use those in the future for good. So he's going to definitely transform. So it would be really nice to spot weakness first. And then headbutt. Bring back spot weakness. Drop kick him for free? That was not smart. Anyone want to tell me why it wasn't smart? Because then we lost spot weakness forever. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it still was free. It's not bad, but... Alright, so pop in armaments. Now dropkick's free again, so we'll use it even though there's some thorns associated with it. We'll definitely spot weakness, and we're taking no damage, so... This guy, he's done. He can't stop us. We've got, like, the perfect sort of situation for taking him out. We might as well disarm him. And I think we'll accept our thorns. Just hit him. Throw in like an armaments or something. Yeah, that's fine. He's going to hit us for 6. Not a problem whatsoever. Alright, now he's going to try to hit us for 12. We can't bring anything back with us. 13, 13, 16. That's 42, so he will transform. I got some Galaxy Brain of my own going on here. I feel, at least. Spot some weaknesses. Throw this up here. Honestly, why choose to take damage? We keep getting stronger and stronger. Don't get a big head about this situation. Like, it looks awesome right now. And it is awesome right now. But there is a chance that this enemy is just like the perfect complement to our deck. So it's fairly reasonable to assume that that'll change in the future. Like, we might as well let him hit us, right? What do we care? Or we could just kill him. I guess that's why we care. Alright. I think it's tough because it looks like Limit Break is the right card. And we'll take it because we do have some things that allow us to gain strength. Oh, heal for more, which probably synergizes with Runic Dodecahedron, or never use potions. We're always going to like having more energy. Sure, there's a wasted opportunity cost on those potions. Of what? We're on the next floor with full HP and we played aggro, so I'm not sweating it. I think we want to ignore the first shop in favor of a question mark instead, and we'll take this path. Alright, so he's going to lose one debuff, which is nice-ish. He's going to lose a second debuff. We're going to headbutt, bring back the bash. Decent amount of damage. We know we're going to be able to get him to lose that last debuff, but he's probably still going to be doing some business. We get 5 energy per turn as long as we're at full HP. That's something worth preserving. I think you'd play it like this. We take no damage, so we continue to get 5 energy. We've gained 4 strength. And we've been made frail, which is meaningless. He is going to hit us for 20 on this turn. He's going to hit us for 10. That sucks because we're only going to heal for 6. So we're going to go down to 4 energy, but like 4 energy is still really good. So I'm not feeling it too hard. Our deck, it works. It works right now. Add, it doesn't matter. Add things that deal with strength. Pommel is not necessary. We don't need to add more pommels. We want to remove a lot of strikes, but we don't need to add more pommels to make that happen. We could thin it. We could thin our strikes relative to our pommels by doing that, but I think it's not what we want to do. So you're dealing 20, we already have 6. I'm going to choose to take 5 damage to make sure that one of these guys is probably dead next turn. Again, it keeps us further away from Runic Dodecahedron, but I mean, what do you want me to say? We got to kill these guys before they steal our gold. It's like the whole point of being here. We'll bash you, which then gives us a free drop kick. Now, you're kind of a bummer. I think I'd like to disarm you. Go ahead. Make my day. 4 energy's enough. That's all I need. Maybe we should have struck him instead, but... Instead of disarming him, I mean. Why do you have 14 attack again? He will not be made vulnerable. Headbutt yourself into an armaments, into a pommel. We might as well block because he's not going to die. We're still fine on HP. I can't stress enough. It looks like, oh, we can't get Runic Dodecahedron enabled. We got Runic Dodecahedron for free, for one. But then also, like, beyond that, we don't really care too much. I actually genuinely think Demon Form totally works. The reason is we have 4 to 5 energy per turn no matter what. Receive a relic, possibly become cursed. Fine by me. We did become cursed. We got extra HP. We have to remove that curse now. We're going to do that immediately. Like, we have to remove that curse. If we could have afforded... I understand this is our speedrun item, by the way. If we could have afforded Gremlin Horn, would have taken it in a heartbeat. But instead, we're going to remove our curse, make our deck a lot stronger. And then we can't take anything except maybe like you like a flex. I do like a flex in this deck. If we're going to be rolling like a Demon Form Limit Break sort of setup, yeah. Alright, it's a race. And I'm winning. Something like this, followed by this. Go ahead, hit me for 12, which is actually 6. We're gaining 3 strength per turn. You're going to be hitting pretty hard. I will give you that. Start with the pommel. The reason is I wanted to see if we could get to a... if we could get to... a limit break. Which would have... or a flex, for that matter. Which would have changed maybe the way that we played that. I guess I'll bash Headbutt. He's probably dead next turn. Took way more damage than I'd like to admit. Like, we're at half HP, basically. Well, if you don't get the draw, there's not a lot you can do about this, so... we will still hit him for 49, which is a ton, but we'll take 4 damage in the process. So again, we kind of know what our ideal enemy type is. It's a single enemy... because we don't have any clashes or cleaves or anything. It's a single enemy. We can race just about anybody. We get extra energy on the start of each turn, which is incredible. We can definitely fit at least a few clashes in this deck. Unfortunately, we have to fight 2 elites without resting. I mean, 1 strength up from limit break doesn't really seem like the right play. We'll just... Headbutt is just for damage at this point. It's something. He's gonna hit us with enfeebling spores, but... you know, we basically compensate for that pretty quickly. With 3 energy, I mean, I think I'm gonna bash it. I'm gonna clash it. It's the old bash and clash situation. Follow that up with a little pommel. I forgot about that. Sure. You're probably dead next turn, to be honest. We're gonna take 11. That's a lot. We have to fight an elite after this. If it's an elite that has multiple enemies, we might be in a problematic position. I can go forever, basically. So it's really when you choose to die. It's all up to you. Cleave, you need it. I know that heavy blade's important. We need a cleave in this deck. Alright, so dropkick is free. It's a shame we can't get more draw. Wow, turn 1's gonna suck real bad. Dropkick's free. You definitely demon form. You want to headbutt and bring back dropkick, but then you can't play a bash. If you play a bash, you gotta hope to draw a dropkick, which is still pretty tough. Let's go for it. So yeah, turn 1's gonna suck here. We're gonna be at like 24 HP. It's bad. That's like actually really, really bad. And we're possibly in lethal range. We only have 4 energy in hand. So, like, spot weakness. 22. 27. And you're only going to lose 2 strength. We should have gone on this guy. It's in a run that's this close, that's the kind of thing that can make a big decision, or a big difference, unfortunately. Especially with us being vulnerable now. Alright, well, I think you... armaments, flex, limit break. You might as well go on this guy because this guy's weaker. Pommel, that's 34 damage, oh my lord. Should have gone on this guy because he's actually attacking. In the end, we're taking 1 damage here. It's not that bad. We're gonna live. We're gonna get a relic for having fought the elite. We're going to heal up ever so slightly. And we're going to rest as soon as possible, please. Singing Bowl is actually useful, but we will add a clash to this deck instead. Please don't be combat on that question mark. Happy Flowers, extra energy now and then. No combat, no combat, no combat. Let's go. Spin the wheel. Not the blood, please. A curse card, it's bad, but it could be worse. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. Obviously, I'd prefer not to see that right now, but it could be a lot worse, man. So we start with 7 energy on turn 1. That's pretty good. You might as well armaments first, and then start smacking him around with his drop kick. Oh, into a pommel. Play a defend. Hit him with the clash damage, and give him a little strike. Give him a little strike. Dude. See, this is why, like, I was telling you the deck's fine. We just found ourselves in some slightly dangerous situations, and now they don't look so bad. Man, you're gonna live. That's crazy. You're only dealing 10. It's not that bad. I forgot who our boss is here, so the right boss could make or break us, but I'm hoping it's more of a make us situation. I mean, this is a weird one. We sort of have to, if we're gonna play our only attack, we have to do this. We're gonna take 2 damage. No, we're gonna take 1 damage. That's nothing most of the time. And then I want to kill you in 1 turn. Plausible? It's close. I don't know if we're gonna get there. 39. I can hit 38. No, this will deal 17, which is actually gonna be 25. And then that's enough. Okay. Okay, didn't lose much there. Probably always gonna like Battle Trance, but where's the butt? We're always gonna like. We don't have Velvet Choker or anything. No combat, please. Ooh, Peace Pipe. Okay, not immediately useful when we have to rest so much, but it's the thought that counts. This will be a really good fight to kill them before they do anything. What a horrible first turn. Sure, we take no damage, but we do almost nothing as well. We drew like the first turn you get when you start the game. Got extra energy this turn. It's nice. Probably have to start with an armaments into a spot weakness. You got to give yourself something for the future on this run. And I think you do a bash disarm. I think you bash this guy so he's definitely dead next turn. And you disarm this guy so he hits you a little less hard forever. The heals are bad. That's great, though. Yeah, that's just wonderful. Ooh, don't mind if I do. So you're probably dead next turn? It depends what we draw. And our HP looks like it's going to be okay for our boss fight, which is extremely important. I wish we didn't get that, I'll tell you that much. You probably ignore Demon Form, it's just a little too late. You pop this instead, then you look at it. 16, 20, well, you gotta start here. 26, 16, 15, you're done. So we don't even take the damage from the curse, which is possibly integral. I would rather gain 3 strength than 2 strength. And enemies are almost always attacking. I think that Inflame might be overrated. But I may also be just, like, extremely wrong. Alright, here we go. Second boss. Ah, this guy. This guy purchases debuffs, which doesn't matter, because we're not the silent. Doesn't matter as much. We can afford to slow play him, I think. Now that we have Demon Form, wow, you've made a fool of me. With this spot weakness. Now that we play Demon Form, we can afford to play it pretty slow. He gets 5 block at the end of his turn. It's not great. He can afford to play it a little slow too. Certainly want a spot weakness. Throw it up with a pommel. Definitely a defend that allows us to sneak in a clash, and then we might as well sneak in a strike there as well. Looks bad. Especially now that he's going to debuff us, but every turn just gets better for us. I'm going to disarm you with a smile, even though you're going to lose that debuff eventually. Might as well flex before we bash. Then throw a drop kick in there. That's good damage. Let's battle trance first. We might draw something we'd rather play. We'll throw in a defend just so we can get our clash out there. We'll strike again. That was a really good turn. We can start to have a chance to draw Limit Break again. Starting now. We are weakened, which is bad, and obviously being vulnerable sucks as well, but still. Yeah, this is what we wanted, I think. A Limit Break here is fine. And we'll throw in a Battle Trance looking for drop kicks. We didn't get drop kicks, but we got some pretty beastly clashes here. We can't avoid getting hit. So I think we stack up those and honestly bring back a clash. It's got to be worth more damage than a flex at this point. Please don't hit me hard on this turn. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, we might have you. We might have you. That's just beautiful. Alright, that was good. So we're gonna start next turn with a huge advantage, because we're gonna get we're gonna get so much energy. Kind of all of these are bad. We don't need a second demon form. I think it's too slow, to be honest. I think I'm gonna skip my boss reward, which I almost never do, but I think we don't mind. We like a thin deck because it's strength driven. I don't think we mind transforming like 2 strikes, maybe even 3 strikes. Got us Reaper, Whirlwind, and Intimidate, all of which I think I'm okay with. And we're fighting the Awakened one, which is maybe a blessing. Got enough gold to make a shop worthwhile. I think we start here. We can hit questions on the way. Alright, so we're going to start with so much energy. Well, we're going to start with 5. It's still pretty good, though. Well, armaments, we're immediately going to take damage. I think you're just dead. But it didn't cost us HP, which is nice. These guys put burns in our deck, so we do want to watch out for them. Apply 2 weak to all enemies. It's not really like, you know, the time for that, especially considering it gets exhausted, so just pass. Leave it in our deck, because otherwise it'll get exhausted. Looking for cleave. Looking for cleave in all the right places. So we can deal 45 damage to all enemies. This is pretty good. Let's throw in a battle trance real quick. Kind of want to save Reaper. Pommel's not killing anything in 1 hit. Yeah, sure. Hit me for 22. I kind of hate it. This guy hits like a truck if you actually let him hit you. But then he should be busted for like the next few turns. We have to play this. I hate to do it. But we have to do it in order to enable the clash. And the clash is not like, oh, that time that you can roast me on that one. That's fair. Clash is not like, it's a free attack. It's like a free, amazing attack. So we have to play Reaper. It's going to heal us for 12. If we want to play Reaper, do we want to play Spot Weakness along with it? It's going to heal us for 18. That seems worth it. You're very lucky. We're going to take 2 damage. But we're going to heal up to max at the end of this combat in all likelihood, which is going to leave us with a ton of energy for the future. Wonderful. That went fine, eventually. I love having a Reaper in the deck. Throw in another Battle Trance. Seems good so far. Transformative Relics. I'm 2 gold, too shy to get Thread and Needle. Kills me inside, man. I mean, I've been loving the drop kicks. Drawing extra cards is not bad. Only at the start of each combat? I mean, that's like... Doesn't seem bad. We're never going to use that in all likelihood. Although, we might use that on some turns where we play demon form. You know what? Look at that. We'll take 2 relics that are not great and hope that they become something great by virtue of their additive nature. I will take Madness. I will not take we'll take Madness. Why was I thinking about not doing it? Because it's going to cost us energy in every fight on the way, but we can just rest, or alternatively... Oh, dude, we got Carnage, which I don't know if it's good, but... It's a double tap bash. Hold up. Finesse. That's fine, actually. That doesn't really hurt us. Double tap bash. I don't think we want a second... Let's go. That's really good, actually. I don't think we want a second bash. It's too expensive to be markedly useful. Thank you for not being combat. Take Headbutt away from me. It's bad, but it's not horrible. So the thing with resting is that we get extra energy forever. So I really like it. I do. I'm gonna do my patented elite dodge all the way up the top here. If anybody asks, it's because I'm speed running. No, it's actually because I don't want to fight the Nemesis because I think he's extremely annoying. So I'm thinking, hear me out here. What about a little drop kick? Let's think we follow that drop kick up with a drop kick. Well, Reaper is unnecessary, but not necessarily unuseful. We have 8 energy? How does this happen? Well, it's a pretty good first turn, I gotta admit. You know what? You took a headbutt, you gave me a headbutt plus back. Okay, so this is more where we look at this and we go, you know, it's kind of an ideal turn for a demon form, to be honest with you. Might as well toss a battle trance. And I think if we headbutt, we're going to be happy to have a battle trance back for next turn. I honestly think that it's just like a disarm and an intimidate. It only really works if you attack next turn, but it's still, I think, pretty nice for us. So what? Oh yeah, we're weak forever, but we get stronger thanks to demon form, so it's pretty good. Well, it's tough. Start with the guiltless card draw, then try this. And it does stink, because we can still gain the energy, so it's still decent, but like, it's not as good as we'd like. We drop kick for free, drop kick for free, we can clash for free. We don't really want to play Reaper, so it'll just be a thunderclap for a little bit more vulnerability and then a strike. We are going to get hit, pardon me, for 17, but one Reaper later on could heal us for 11, let's say, and take us back to full HP anyway. 17 damage. Well, this is like just technically better. If we play this and it hits Carnage, though, we'd be happy. Let's go! If we don't play it, it gets lost forever, so... I got high hopes. We're not fighting... I didn't see who we were fighting now that I think about it. It was the Awakened one again, if I remember. Well, you're gonna hit pretty hard. That's life, though. Next turn, we start to have a chance to draw a Reaper. And we're not going to be weak next turn, which is even better. Can actually do some real damage. No Reaper. Still no Reaper. 17 damage 4 times. 19 damage 4 times. 30 damage 3 times. What? I was like, this is definitely gonna work. Well, you know, in a way, I've got to like honor that. I got to say, you know what? You did it. Congratulations. I didn't even want to crunch the numbers. In my head, I was like, I got you. So I would say it's fair to say we're probably not going to get back to full HP. What I am going to try to do is, well, that's going to kill you, so I have to battle trance. We're going to try to draw a Reaper. Can't draw any more cards. All right. You know what? You bested me, and you did it in a funny way. Kudos to you. Without a ton of card draw, it's always dangerous to take so many flexes. You might end up getting 10 strength and nothing else on a turn, but I'm willing to give it a try. We got 59 gold. Can't do just about anything with it. But it wasn't combat, so I'm happy. No combat, please? Lose all gold, gain a relic. I love when this happens. Enemies start weak. No combat, please. Alright, this is bad combat. God, I hate these guys. Okay, well, turn one. You might as well flex. We also might as well start with a spot weakness. We'll dovetail that into a drop kick. And then a battle trance. Which does allow us to get another cleave. But I think you want, like, defend, defend, cleave. And this is honestly not that bad. This is where we hope to draw, like, the world's greatest Reaper. Like, flex, flex, flex Reaper. Well, we like a lot of this. Can't draw. Might as well play both Madnesses. Spa weakness. Weaken all enemies. Then look at this. We got 25 damage. And 21 damage. It's like just bad enough to be awkward. Sure. This is where we get the greatest Reaper in the human history. I'd really like to get very slightly stronger before I do this, but sure. There you go. Wow. Wow. Okay, I should have thought about that one a little bit more closely. So we got guaranteed combat. Ah, this guy's not as bad. Still pretty annoying. Might as well. I wanted to dump it so I have enough draw to hopefully get something else. This is such a bad hand. It's like an actually terrible hand. So I did what I think was clear. Oh my lord. To me, it seemed like this was the right call. It gave us a lot of strength up without having to wait for demon form, and we can't really afford to be too slow here. So this is a lot better. Probably open. You know, we should hit them while they're alive. Yeah, that's. It turns out that's pretty good. Oh. You're just dead. Yeah, that, I mean, I don't know. Reaper is maybe the actual best card in the game. It just completely turned us around. And we have more combat. Except we don't because we're going to leave. And then we should be able to rest up to maximum. And that means we're going to have, I don't know, somewhere in the vicinity of 8 million HP for our final fight here. These guys should probably go first. So you know what I know, and that's that we need, oh, we have 9 energy. Holy Christ. We need Demon form, if we can get it. Obviously, we're happy to have spot weakness. Next thing is just, well, actually, the next thing is you headbutt maybe one of these guys, and you bring back spot weakness through battle trance. Oh my god. It's actually so worth it, though. Like, don't get it twisted whatsoever here. I'm only playing it, I think the extra vulnerability is better. I'm playing it because I don't want to lose Carnage forever, because if our strength goes up to 80, we're going to love having it. So I am going to play Demon Form. And then I am going, because this is, oh wait. It is an attack. Yeah, so we might as well clash right now while we're safe. And then we'll pommel. And the idea is maybe get weakness. We didn't get weakness. We can deal 20 damage. We can deal 17. Let's deal 20. You're going to hit me for 12. It's not a lot, honestly. I think we're en route to another, in a pretty fast victory. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but so far it's a pretty fast victory. This turn is bad. We accomplished nothing except weakening him for one extra turn on top of this one. I think this is an acceptable time to limit break. I mean, that's just 101. You got to vulnerable him first, but we could have limit break later, but I'm happy we did it now. At some point, I think, you know, cooler heads have to sort of prevail. Like, you might think I'm an idiot for this, and I might be, but I don't want to heal to max yet. I mean, we know this fight's probably going to go on long enough for us to be able to draw Reaper again. We got extra energy for not playing it, which is kind of funny as well, but this is great. We might as well save Reaper. Maybe it'll be better later, and if it isn't better later, we probably never needed it. I mean, it's already better, but he's already deader? Again, I'm just like, gotcha. Now that might have been the right opportunity to play it to kill him, and you heal for like 40, but I still don't think we need it. Oh. So that's like very dangerous, but it also did 230 damage to him, so yeah, he's not even close. Wonderful. Just a great Ascension run. And, I mean, that was 48 minutes, a high-octane Slay the Spire entertainment. Looked a little dangerous at times. There's another 620 damage done, and we're on some interesting kind of runs here. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.